Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Crossing Swords. As always, I'm Andrew.
And I'm here to fill a hole in your lives, not literally or physically.
I want to stop you right there before we get started.
We're not getting into any of that again.
No, but I need to stop you right there because I feel we had some text exchanges through the week and you felt drifted? Is that the right word?
I don't even know what you're talking about, so I don't know if it's the right word.
Well, I feel like you felt shortchanged, rather, over my reaction to a monumentous moment in your life and many others.
Oh, yes.
And,
yes.
Jake, tell the people what happened.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, but those of you who watch YouTube probably realise that I'm quite athletic. You probably see me and think...
Absolutely.
He probably plays most sports.
Yeah.
And you're wrong, I don't
Especially
play most sports. I play some.
Rugby.
I play some. Boxing.
MMA.
Yeah. But I just play some sports.
Yeah.
Intermittently.
Yeah.
But I do play football.
You do indeed.
And the team I play for hasn't won a game all of last season. Now, I wasn't there for last season. This is my first season, right? Let's
You're
just
not accountable for last season.
But they drew one game last season.
Yeah.
This season, last week, or a week before we recorded this,
I'm bracing myself.
We won a game in a cup. You can applaud. That's right. All right, mate. I feel like
almost like I planned it.
You could have dropped that. You could have dropped that for when I was saying we haven't won a game for 2 years.
It was.
So we won a game in the cup. We won 1-0. As I said to you before at
the
time,
score?
It was very personally.
Yeah.
No, but we as a team did. Do you know what was so frustrating? We were battering this team. We couldn't score. And do you want to know how we got the goal?
How?
Their keeper went to throw it to their left back and threw it straight to our striker.
Okay.
Who just wandered in and tapped it in, and it must have been so upsetting for them because they dug in so deep.
Yeah.
We won 1-0, like I said, we got to the last 5 minutes, it was like, boy, it's time waste, and we were like, don't know how, we've only ever lost, we've only ever been chasing a game at the end.
We weren't ready for this moment.
we know how to chase a game, we don't know how to defend the lead. And then we followed that up this week. We won in the league. Now, we've set a precedent because we won 2-0, so now 1-0, 2-0, we've got to win 3-0. 2 clean sheets.
Brilliant.
Very happy with that. It's a monument. It's
one of our
a big
friends
moment.
is the goalkeeper, isn't he?
Not for the league when he wasn't.
Ah, that would make sense.
He's off giving birth. Not personally, but Sam's giving birth. Big shout out, Sam.
Oh, congratulations to them both.
She was induced like 2 days ago and nothing's happened.
Oh wow.
Because
he was due. A baby?
He was due to
Right,
so he was.
Okay.
She was due to be induced on the Saturday.
This is all right for us to talk about.
I assume so. I mean, it was quite funny to us because she was due to be induced on Saturday.
If he was openly talking about them, fair enough.
And so we were like, because he does the paperwork for the team.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, we need to pick up the paperwork. And he was like, cool. Well, I'm in the pub watching the football. And we were like, mate, isn't your missus giving birth?
Yeah.
It came as a great shock.
Knowing that person as I do.
No, absolutely. It was just like, I believe it, but come on, man.
Yeah.
But start as you mean to go on.
Absolutely.
But no, thank you for bringing it up. I'm glad you did.
I wanted to make it was my number one priority.
Because there's someone we're getting on the pod who played brilliantly, by the way, in that 2-0 win.
Of course he did. I bet he thought he played brilliantly.
Honestly, everyone in that team played to a...
What I'm doing right now is throwing shade ahead of a pod that I'm sure is going to be a really good one. I'm looking forward to it.
I get it.
I want animosity.
But there were no passengers in that team. Every single person put in a shift. And even when people made a mistake, they were straight back on it recovering. Like there was no... It was a really impressive win.
Well, look, bro, I'm proud of you.
So, but Steers said we were talking about it and he said, you've got to mention it. I'm mentioning it.
One of your other teammates, our friend and listener, Alan.
Yep.
He's away. Was he playing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he was there.
Yeah, it was him.
I throw shade at Alan, but I can't.
It was him, our friend Lil, and a guy called Joe playing in midfield.
Right.
All faultless.
No Dave?
Dave was out on the right wing. Dave had a really good game.
You forgot about Dave?
I didn't forget about Dave. Dave had a really good right game.
It sounds like you forgot about Dave.
Dave was in. There was like 4 people that I was kind of like in the hunt for man of the match.
Yeah.
Alan and Lil were both in there. Dave and Tony, another friend of ours.
So you forgot about Tony as well. Tony was even worse than Dave.
The other guy in midfield was also up for man of the match.
I don't think they're going to be happy
But we borrowed him from one of the other teams.
Okay.
And I generally like to keep man of the match in-house. Yeah. I don't like to give it to a visiting player unless they were exceptional and everyone was shit. No, everyone had a good game. There was no...
It sounded like you were preempting. He was man of the match, but, fuck him.
Fuck that guy. No, and do you know what the other thing as well is? this is like coincidental, but we were talking about this after the game, was everyone's really nice in that team. Like, I don't mind having a beer with them. Like, there's no one who I think, oh, fucking hell, like, are they going to the...
And we've definitely played football.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, they're going to the bar, and you're like, I don't know, I might go home. Yeah. But there's none of that.
Brilliant.
I'd happily sit and have a beer with any of them.
I'm proud of you, and I'm proud of all the guys.
Yeah, we've set...
Especially the ones you forgot.
Let's see, we've set... Alan has been messaging me, or messaging a couple of times this week, because he genuinely, and last week, he was like, can't believe it. He's been playing in this team for like 3 years, and he's like, I've never seen a win. And he was like, and then we got 2.
Yeah.
He was like, this is exceptional. And I can't...
Just enjoy it.
He's dropped about 8 Ric Flair woo gifts into the...
Alan's a good lad.
They all are.
Yeah.
Everyone is.
Yeah. Apart from Lil.
Even Lil.
No.
Look, after Sunday, I've got to go with it.
Yeah.
He was solid.
You're on board with him.
He was solid. He's changed my mind. He's changed my mind. I mean, don't get me wrong, I was slagging him off before.
Of course.
But now...
And as soon as you guys start losing again, then he makes a mistake.
you know...
Yeah, he's dead to you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But right now, best friends.
Right now, yeah.
Yeah.
I would say inseparable.
Wow. So I should be worried about another Andrew coming for my job.
All I would say is, if we win any more games...
He's better with computers.
If we win... he won't make any mistakes that you made.
No, he won't.
If we win any more games, he might replace you.
God damn.
Luckily, the stats suggest that we probably won't win many more games.
Okay.
But there's like...
But I should be concerned.
It's been coming. All this season, most games we've played, it's felt like, I don't know how we lost that.
Yeah.
Like, we were well in that. And we just don't have the fitness most of the time. So the last like 10, 15 minutes, we've just been getting overrun. But that's been coming, that win. You know, it wasn't just out of the blue.
Right. That's brilliant.
It is brilliant.
I'm pleased for you.
I want another round of applause. Yes.
Would you like another one?
Thank you.
Right.
Nearly naffed my ankle up though, playing.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
Worth it though.
Horrible little divot in the pitch, and I just turned in it without knowing it was there. But yeah.
It was worth it.
It was fucking worth it.
Right.
2-0.
So what are we here for today, Jack? I mean, as much as I've
mostly for my win.
Yeah.
That's it. Episode done. We've spoken about it. We've talked about it. Congratulated me. Congratulated you for supporting me.
You haven't congratulated me for supporting me.
Well done for supporting me.
You're welcome.
Now I've congratulated you for supporting me.
But do you know what? There's nothing I'd believe more than you coming to record a pod just to praise yourself and then leave.
In my head, I thought you might just sort of sing, you know, the Fatboy Slim, that I got to praise you like I should, and then I just go, please do, and then you talk me up for a few minutes, and then I just go home.
Fair enough.
Well, I'll probably get one of the drivers to pick me up, but.
Well, I don't want to praise you up too much because if you're already thinking about replacing me, I need to keep your standards as low as possible.
Yeah, I mean, I think in the sort of tete-a-tete, the tit for tat that we've had over the years, me replacing you because we've won a game of football is probably not quite up there with you killing me because you've got a terminal diagnosis. So I would say there's some way to go.
There's not a tiny part of you that understands why I'd kill you.
Yes, because I don't want to die.
Reverse the roles.
Okay, I don't want to die, and I don't want you to die.
No, but would you want me using your death as a platform to fame and fortune?
I wouldn't mind it.
No?
Bro, I'm dead. Do whatever you want. What the hell am I going to do? Sit up there like Mufasa, mugging you off from the clouds?
You would.
Simba. Don't be a prick.
Oh dear.
How different would the film have been if he just came on and went, come on, mate. Just from the clouds, just yet, come on, mate. Taking the piss.
Yeah, sort it out.
We should write Lion King. We should write our own Lion King.
Should we?
I mean, I know Lion King's been done, but not like us.
The bit, there's a meme about Croydon using
Lion
King. We'd have to do that.
What's that shadow over there?
Yeah, that's Croydon.
We don't go there. Good start.
Yeah.
Good start.
Right, so we don't really have a plan for this episode.
Fun. It's just fun. Look, I felt like in the last episode, and I hope it didn't come across that way, but cards on the table, I felt like I brought a bit of negativity to it. I wasn't in a great place when we recorded it.
Yeah.
Thank you, by the way, for letting me bounce off you before and after that session.
Absolutely.
And just working through some of it. But I felt like I maybe brought a bit, so it was like this week, let's go fun. Let's just go silly, stupid,
I'm down for it.
crazy fun. I'm down for it too.
I'm always down for it. So, would you like to start us off?
Would you like a would you rather?
Would I like a would you rather?
Yeah, it's not a trick. It's not like part of it.
Oh, I didn't know
Sorry,
this was
hang
part
on.
of the game.
Would you rather play Would You Rather or just stop recording the pod and let's have a stubborn little piss fight?
I don't want to have a stubborn little piss fight. I'll take the question.
Okay. Would you rather Liz Truss make a comeback or the plague?
Or the plague.
Which would you rather make a comeback?
Well, I guess it's trying to do the maths of what would kill more people.
Tight.
The economic downfall and therefore starvation and famine that would come under this.
Well, what would do more damage, Liz Truss or the economic left establishment or whatever she fucking called it this week?
The thing was, she was only in 42 days.
44.
44, sorry.
Credit where it's due. 44.
But the damage she did, it is like, it does like.
If you're in office for 44 days and you get kicked out because you fucked the country so much, you have to take some blame. You cannot turn around and put it all onto someone else.
I can't stop. Every time I tried to sit down and watch her interview, I can't do it. I just can't. I was like, this woman was Prime Minister.
We actually let her have a go.
Yeah.
How racist are we?
Yeah.
Or how racist are the Tories? They're like, well, Rishi, but, he's called Rishi.
Yeah.
And he's brown.
Yeah.
Let's let
Is
the woman
he?
have a go.
Sorry, I just.
And then,
don't see
like, a
colour.
month later, we're like, man, we should not have done that.
No.
That was a mistake.
Yeah.
Let's get the other guy back in.
Yeah. But for the the plague sounds really bad though.
It's a lot. I don't envy you. It's not an easy choice.
Well, you're going to have to make it as well. It's not just on me.
Oh, I know what I'm choosing.
It's Truss.
No, plague. Listen, at the end of the day, the population's got a little bit out of
Think of
hand.
the sound bites, bro. If I can find some.
Are you telling me that my decision to bring back the plague, would you say that is a disgrace? Are you looking for it?
That is a disgrace.
I was really struggling.
Do you know what?
I'll be in Beijing, opening up new pork markets.
That's what I'll be doing.
And another one of her brilliant
I was
moments.
at HMP Pentonville last week. They've now got patrol dogs who are barking, which helps deter drones.
That is such a good one.
Yeah.
That's
Don't
such
you want
a good
more
one.
of that?
Sort of, but not at the cost of the entire
I
country.
mean, look, there is a statistical chance that she somehow pulls it off and does a really good job. There is a
Is
chance.
the statistical chance 0? Is the
It's-
number you're thinking of
It would
very
be
close to
0
0?
point something, wouldn't it?
You could add a lot more zeros onto that,
Yeah, but it'd be 0 point something.
especially if the bloody economic left are there.
And I
Those
just feel like
bastards.
I'm willing to roll that dice.
That's cool. I mean, I'm just going to bring back the plague.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
How many people's that going to kill, Jake?
But no, like more than 10 probably.
The thing is, there's a 100% chance the plague causes devastation. There is a teeny chance Liz Truss gets it right. And those are words, Jake, I never thought would come out of my
No,
mouth.
nor did I. But I tell you what you get with the plague, them cool masks, with the plague doctor masks.
They're not cool. They're really creepy.
Someone walking in the street going, bring out your bodies. Bring out your bodies.
Yeah, that reminds me of COVID too much.
Who did you have someone walking down the street asking to bring out your bodies?
I was trying to make a joke about how bleak and horrible it was during COVID, Jake.
Yeah, but you
And
know,
you just shit all over
I've
it.
got that. Do you know when women give
That
birth
is a disgrace.
and then they forget about the pain of childbirth?
Who?
Women.
Yeah.
You can get behind this. As a misogynist, you can get behind this. Do you know how women forget about the pain of childbirth and they're like, I want to do it again? It's all like with COVID. I'm like, yeah, the plague. Let's just do it again.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as I can travel with the plague, I assume I'd be allowed to
Mate,
take it
if
all
you
over the
could-
world.
If you weren't allowed to travel with COVID, there's no way they're letting you travel with the plague. Although I could see it.
But they wouldn't notice me because I'd have one of their masks on.
Yeah. The only person in the world wearing it.
I guarantee you there's so many nerds in the world, I would not be the only one wearing it.
I'd be willing to put money on that.
I bet you all the goths wear them.
All the
No,
goths.
emos.
Emos.
Not goths, emos. They love
Did
that
you see a
look.
lot
Like
of-
emo punk.
Do they?
Yeah, they love a bit of that.
Yeah.
Yes, steampunk look.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll have to take your word for it.
Well, you will. And I think, that's where it ends, doesn't it?
Yeah, why not? Would you like a marry, shag, or travel the world question?
Yes, please.
Chris Evans.
Wait, which Chris Evans? Ginger Chris Evans or Captain America Chris
Captain
Evans?
America
Okay.
Chris Evans. Chris Hemsworth.
Okay.
Chris Pratt.
Okay. I'm going to
When
straight
for the
up say this. So, I love Chris Pratt,
Yeah,
and everything I've seen him in, I've genuinely enjoyed.
right.
So, Guardians, I love Parks and Rec. I fucking love Parks and Rec. If you haven't seen Parks and Rec, by the way,
I've seen a little
go
bit
and watch
of it.
Parks and Rec, people. It's so fucking good. However, he's a bit too religious-y for me.
Yeah, and there's rumours he doesn't
He's a
treat
bit-
women very well.
He's a bit preachy. Sometimes he comes across that way
Allegedly.
on social media and stuff. I don't really want to travel with that. I certainly don't want to marry that.
No.
So he's out.
Right.
This is a tough one. I'm going to marry...
There's only really one choice here, in my opinion.
It's very, very tough. I think I'm going to marry Hemsworth. And I'm going to travel the world with Chris Evans, because also I think if you go places with Chris Evans, he's got this... I mean, they both do, but Chris Evans has got this charm
Yeah.
that you just... I feel like you'd get a lot out of locals wherever you went. They'd be
Yes.
like, as Captain America, and he'd charm them into... You'd end
Yeah.
up like... People would be inviting you to stay around the house, and they'd be cooking for you. It'd be brilliant. And Hemsworth can carry me to bed after the wedding.
And he's a good family man.
So, what about yourself?
I think I have to agree, to be honest. I mean, I like Chris Pratt, but I've heard stuff
Not
about
nice
him on the
things.
interwebs that just,
You want to distance yourself from misogynists.
So I'd have to have a one night stand with him. Just
That's on the table, is it? And then
Yeah.
kill him afterwards.
well, no, he's not dead. It's not marry, shag, kill.
Oh, I killed him. I didn't shag anyone. I absolutely killed someone.
It's marry, shag, travel the world. So you killed Chris Pratt.
I'd shag him. I changed my mind. I'd keep him
But
alive
you
and I'd
did
shag
kill
him.
him.
I did kill him
Quite quick. Like, you chose to kill him
very
as well.
quickly.
Because I know I presented it as marry, shag, travel the world with.
I know. I just sort of heard it as something else.
Well, it's also played as marry, shag, kill.
Yeah. I would shag Pratt. I changed my mind.
Right. You wouldn't kill him.
I play the game. What I did was I played part of your game and then just went on a murder rampage.
Yeah. You played the Squid Games.
Sort of.
Have you seen that, by the way?
I liked Squid Games really good.
Yeah, me too.
Would you like another Would You Rather? I've got
Absolutely.
five Would You Rathers.
Do it.
Would you rather drink all of your drinks from a baby's bottle or eat all of your meals sitting in a high chair?
I'm trying to imagine the size of high chair it would require.
It's pretty high. It'd be pretty big.
Would it just be a chair that I'm strapped
Just you're strapped into,
Just a normal chair.
which is maybe not a bad idea.
Why do I need to... The thing is, trying to explain that at a restaurant.
Well, yeah, imagine going to a bar and being like, I'll have a pint, please, mate. Can you put it in that bottle?
I feel like I could pull... I don't know.
No, you couldn't pull that off. Were you going to say you could pull that off?
I was about to, yeah. I'm going to have to be strapped into my chair.
It's tough though, isn't it?
Yeah. What about you?
I think I'm leaning towards the chair, the high chair, but go either way.
The thing is, you might be leg swinging. Do you know what I mean?
The thing is, if I have to drink everything out of a bottle, I've got to presume that the practicalities of it is going to be the same bottle. Because I'm not going to go to a bar and they're going to have a fucking
nightmare.
yeah. But I'm not going to go to a bar and they're going to have a baby's bottle for me. So I'm going to have to take it. And the way I live,
Yeah, but we've still got to take our high chair everywhere by that logic.
well, restaurants have high chairs, don't they? Oh, you wouldn't fit in it.
What? You
The
would?
thing is, I would lose.
I know you've lost weight.
Well, I would lose that bottle 100 times over.
You'd be forever buying a new one.
And then, yeah, it would just be killing me in expenses.
It's always about the money with you, isn't it?
It's a lot about the money. And also, it would just be like, I'd be thirsty a lot of the time because it's like, I can't drink unless I've got I don't know where the fucking bottle is. I don't know where it is.
And you can't quench your thirst fast enough. They're not designed for
No, they're
speedy
slow.
output.
If you need to just neck something, that's just not happening.
No.
I think high chair. Plus, you could, you don't have to eat meals. You could snack, in which case you wouldn't be in the high chair.
No. babies are put into a high chair even to snack sometimes.
Yeah, but I'm not. I wasn't in the would you rather. It was just eat all your meals.
No, but it has to be used in context.
Yeah, but what's the context? What do you mean? What? Like, there's no context. I've made it up.
No, but the context. No, but we follow it that way. Makes it better.
Okay. But I'm just saying.
You'd have to snack in your high chair.
You don't have to. Well, that's going to be difficult because I snack a lot.
There you go.
Sometimes. Actually, I'm much better at it. Sometimes I forget to eat.
Yeah.
Which is not fun.
I always have that problem.
I imagine you do. I imagine you get to the end of the day and you think, fuck it, I've done it again.
I didn't eat. Just didn't do it.
Genuinely, do you ever do that? Have you ever done that?
I mean, I go long periods without eating anyway. The problem is then what I eat.
To make up for it kind of thing, yeah.
But yeah, I can quite easily go like 12 hours without eating.
Yeah. I sometimes do, but like I said, it's just I forget. And I look back and I'm like, I sort of get to today and I'm sort of feeling a bit like headachy or something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't eat. It's very annoying. Go on then, throw one at me.
Right. Do you want another marry, shag, travel the world, or do you want a would you rather?
Yeah, whatever. You tell me and then I'll kill one of them.
You love it when I give you these sort of questions.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I know where this is going.
If you were 2 inches... I can't even say
I know this one.
I've met your parents.
I think I know this one.
It isn't actually the question. I was just going to ask you it as a joke and then move on to the actual question, which isn't much better anyway. But I just wanted to see your reaction. I don't want to know. It was if you're 2 inches inside your mum.
2 inch, yeah, and your dad was 2 inches in you.
Would you go forwards or backwards?
Just die. Somewhere in the middle.
I watched a podcast where the host was just like, I'd go forward hard.
Hard? That's such an unnecessary extra.
I know.
Forwards, backwards, backwards, forwards, forwards, backwards. Clench.
Every direction possible.
Gyrate.
Oh dear. The actual question was, would you rather have your parents walk in on you having sex in their bed or show your parents your entire porn history?
I mean, how long have we got? My God, man. I mean, when I was like 14, 15 or whatever, actually, to be honest, it wasn't that extensive because it was all on the home computer back in the days of dial-up internet.
Yep.
That was fun.
I'm sure I told minutes to see a boob.
I'm sure I told you this before, but I downloaded an entire full program to the entire computer, and because I wasn't an admin, I couldn't get rid of it.
No, it just happened to me. I clicked yes on a site, and all of a sudden this program downloaded onto the
There was
computer.
like a desktop icon and everything.
Yeah, and it wouldn't uninstall.
No. No, the thing is, you could uninstall it, but I wasn't an admin.
No,
you couldn't even get it off.
It wouldn't uninstall.
I couldn't.
And I just remember I started crying. And I remember being so scared. Oh. And I went to my parents and I was like, I'm really sorry. And then my dad just sort of took me to one side, like when it had all been dealt with. And he was just like, I was just really relieved it was straight porn.
Do you know what was a really upsetting moment for me in my life? When I was about 17-ish.
Yeah.
And I learnt what cookies and internet history was. And I realised that is definitely going to have caused problems. Someone's definitely seen what I've been looking at on the home PC.
Yeah.
Definitely. But my entire point, to be honest, when I was like 18, 19 or whatever, and I got or maybe even 18, 19, and I had like a smartphone.
Yeah.
Bro, come on, there was a lot. A lot.
Yeah.
And what are we doing here? Are we going through it like when people show you their holiday albums? So we sit down and I'm talking them through it?
I think it's more like your search history.
I'm like, that was
the things you're
I'm just sort of going through and going, that was a phase. Fancied that.
I don't know if you have to explain it to them, you just have to show it to them.
I think
they might have questions.
What was the other option? They walk in on me having sex in their bed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah. That's fine. Because they're not going to stand and watch, are they?
No, and
what's
they're not going
yours?
to judge you. No, I think I'm going for you have sex in their bed because they're not going to judge you anywhere near as badly for that as what they're going to find.
No, the porn thing's been pretty bad.
All men go to a very dark place at times.
Sometimes I'm just, because the thing, if you're just saying what I've searched, not even what I've watched, sometimes I've just had curiosities of like, oh, I wonder if they have this porn, and just search the most fucking off-key weird shit you could imagine, just to see if, because you know there's that joke that if it exists, there's a porn version of it.
Yeah.
I'd get curious. I'd be like, I wonder if there is a porn version of it. I didn't watch it, and I certainly didn't get off to it.
It's fascinating. There was a show on Channel 4 with Jamali Maddox.
I like Jamali Maddox.
Me too. And it was something, I think it was called Adventures in Wonderland. And it was going into like the porn industry and stuff like that. And he came across bespoke porn, a bit like John Ronson. Did I get his name right this time?
Yes.
Brilliant. And they met this company where this bloke had paid to have this woman entombed. Not entombed, like mummified, like covered in plaster, and then do stuff to her. And yeah, he spent like $100,000 on it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I mean, you just go to the museum and have a wank over the exhibits or something.
Yeah. And then there was that John Ronson one. I'm sure you've heard him talk about it, about the guy with the stamp collection.
I don't know if I'm aware of this. I probably have read it.
He came across a porn company, again, like this guy, bespoke one, and this guy from Norway paid them to, he would send them his antique stamp collection worth thousands and thousands, and paid for them to get beautiful women that were naked to destroy them, like actually destroy his collection and insult him while they do it.
Look, man, I'm all for the, like, you know, humiliation, belittling kink. I'm all for that. But I'm telling you now, let's keep it at a cost-effective.
Well, the thing is, they even said to him,
"Are you sure? We can fake it."
Exactly.
Yeah.
We'll create counterfeits. They'll look really good.
But he was like, "No, they got to be."
He was like, "No, it's got to be the real deal." And
no,
like, he even said to them in the emails that I've spent my life collating this collection
for this reason, kind of.
Well, not for that reason, but just his. And
I
think basically he'd spent his whole life collecting these things, and then went, how fucking ridiculous is it that I've spent my life and all this money collecting this stuff, and just, I
just think if I like, I don't know, man, I can't think of anything that's really valuable, like a car or something. Not that my car's worth that much. But if some beautiful women were like doing all, and they were like calling me all kinds of names and all that, and they'd be like, right, I could knock one out to that. But the second they start attacking the car, I'm like, whoa, okay, let's hold up. Because then I turn into like Terry Crews almost. I'm like, that's £300 worth of damage right there.
The thing is, I can imagine them like getting to a certain point with the insults where you're just like, all right, no, that's gone too far.
Yeah. Okay, come on. We all know I'm short.
This was all fun.
All right, okay.
You had to go for the jugular.
Come on, guys.
We couldn't beat around the bush a little bit.
Beat around my bush. Okay, let's do that. Let's mix it up a little here.
Yeah. But I can imagine you getting.
I never thought I'd say beat around my bush.
I always knew I'd get it out of you.
Another euphemism?
It's just, no.
I just wanted to make intense eye contact right after
and
that.
we did. Right, would you rather never be able to masturbate again or not be able to eat solid food ever again? I think this is pretty easy.
Like, I'd masturbate. Like, so you can.
I'd give up masturbating.
Yeah, you can still have sex.
Yeah, exactly.
Admittedly, I've then got to find somebody who wants to have sex with me, but
I've covered that on my end.
I'll tell you what I can't do. I can't pay someone to destroy my precious collections and call me names while I wank over it.
You need to have a precious collection. The thing is, we don't
know.
I
can't wank over it.
We actually don't know that was a sexual thing for him. I mean, it must have been in some
porn,
degree.
like,
but I mean, I don't know if he was white. I would love. I'd say I'd love.
Yeah, no, you would.
I'd be fascinated to know if he had. And the thing is, they said after they finished making them and sent them, he'd paid them all up front. It was all legit. They never heard from him again.
What would be he fucking didn't have anything else to send for them to destroy. That was all his life savings.
He'd gone round to like several, and
asking
they
them
all did it.
Oh, okay.
So he sent like different batches of his collection to all of them.
Just, yeah. I can't imagine that would just be something that, like I said, it's the money aspect that I draw the line at.
Yeah.
No, okay, but again, I'm not kink shaming. If that's what you want to get off to, crack on.
I mean, can you imagine if it was like laid out plan like you thought it was, that he'd been collecting it all those years.
Oh, just for that.
Just for that.
Well, I was going to say, can you
But
imagine
that
if
would be him knowing that he could have
this is the
someone
thing,
bespokely make
worth
that for
thousands of pounds that he has accumulated? He knows it inside and out.
him. Yeah.
And they did it, and like the camera wasn't on, or it was angled off
Yeah.
center, and you didn't catch everything.
Yeah.
And he's paid all that money for it, as well as the money for the collection.
Mm. But it was interesting, like listening to the ladies that acted in it. They were really like talking about like these people. It means a lot to them what we're doing. They're spending a lot of money on it, and just the level of like commitment they had to
They
it
feel a
and
certain
respect,
responsibility.
and they had a lot of respect for the people they were doing it for.
They feel a lot of responsibility towards what they're doing.
And it added a lot of colour to an industry, I suppose, that probably gets quite a bad rap
You want to go around insulting everyone, ripping up their stuff.
when they're paid to.
Exactly. Consider yourselves enlightened. Would you like a... Oh, go on. What about you, though?
What about me?
Would you rather... Oh, no, you said give up masturbation.
Yeah.
Would you rather eat a picnic outside in the cold rain
Right.
or eat a very hot, spicy curry on the hottest day of the year?
That is so easy, it's untrue.
Is it?
Picnic outside in the rain.
Not in the cold rain.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I can wrap up warm. I've eaten food in the rain before.
Fair enough.
What about you?
Depends what I fancy. I'm not overly happy with doing either, but
I'm not a massive fan of really spicy curries. I like my
No.
curry. I like
there's a
good
bit of
medium.
spice. There's a good bit of spice, a bit of
Yeah.
kick.
Maybe get you sweating a little bit, but
Yeah.
even then, I'm not having
Yeah.
that on the hottest day of the year.
No.
So, no.
Depends if I'm in the mood for a curry.
You
though.
know me, I'm not a
Alright.
guy into his heat. Do you know what I mean? I don't like hot.
No, you're not
Whether,
massive. No.
Well, I am
Okay.
massive.
Another quick would you rather. Would you rather win an Oscar for Best Actor or Best Director?
Ooh. I would say actor. Do you know what I mean? Cause
No, you've got to tell me. That's the point of the
starters-
podcast. How bad would it be if you just went, do you know what I mean? I went, yeah, and we moved on.
I feel like there's. I was about to say there's more prestige to it. That's probably not fair because
There's more
obviously-
fame to it.
Yeah, I think that's what I mean. And I also feel like actors get paid more.
But it's not about the money. It's just about the award, isn't it?
Well, it depends what you're in it for.
Well,
If I was like I don't know, a small indie actor that was in small independent films and
it opens doors to you if you win an Oscar, for sure. Suddenly you've
Exactly.
got a name that people can attach to a project.
maybe I'd become the next James Bond afterwards.
I don't know why they haven't auditioned you. Like, it's ridiculous that they're looking at all these people
Look,
and your name hasn't come
if
up
they-
once.
If they took over my life for 6 months, like gave me the Hollywood treatment in terms of like they put you on a diet, you know, meals taken care of, pro trainers.
I would
every
love that, by the
day.
way, if all my meals were taken
Thank
care
you.
of.
Exactly. And then got me ready for the role, acting classes, all of that. I think I could do it.
I think you could do it. I don't even think you need
Yeah.
acting classes, to be honest.
No, I think you're right.
I'm not going to lie.
natural.
I do think a diet and exercise regime
Would
might
help.
help you.
It would.
You know, like in the nature of honesty,
Yeah.
and you know, being really open with each other. Yes, I do feel like that would enhance your odds.
Yeah.
I don't think you need the
The
acting
Daniel
classes.
Craig moment of coming out of the water in his swim trunks wouldn't be quite as impactful.
Not as it stands.
No.
Not well. It would be impactful, just not
in the right way.
not in the same way. Yeah.
No. I mean, people would more be likely running, screaming than running towards me with their tongues hanging out. Do you know
I'd
what
just
I mean?
look up and go.
But 6
Brits.
months to a year of being sorted
Yep.
out by some
Yep.
Hollywood trainers, I'm there, bro.
Yep.
Just talk to Barb.
It's like, have you ever seen Rob McElhenney talking about when he was asked about because he got really shredded for because he got really fat for a series of Always Sunny, and then he got really shredded for the next one,
Yeah.
and they were like, "How did you do it? Like, what are the tips you can give people?" Like, the best tip I can give someone is get your own network TV show and get the studio to pay for everything.
Yeah. No, and he looks good, to be fair to him.
Yeah.
And just a shout, I love Rob and Ryan.
Yeah, I
I'm
like
into
it.
it.
Me too.
I think they're doing a good job.
Agreed.
But yeah. What were we talking about?
Best actor or best director?
Yeah. I think
You're
it's got to
going
be best
best
actor
actor.
just for the chance of being James Bond.
No, it's fair.
It's a finite club, and I think I could do a good job.
No, it's fair. I'll go for it.
And I would push to have you as,
Bongo.
well, if not Bond girl, you'd be the new Moneypenny, or you could be the new Q, or even the villain.
Can I just say, I look really good in a skirt.
I know you do.
Like when I cross that, when I do that Sharon Stone Basic Instinct cross at the legs,
Yeah.
and you just get a little bit of the brain,
Yeah.
just a little glimpse.
Bit of the helmet.
I look good.
Oh, mate.
I look hot.
You're telling
I'm
me.
going to say it, I look hot.
You do look hot.
Okay. I should wear more skirts. I think that's the art. That's the.
I agree with
No,
you.
because nothing will get done. People should be so distracted looking at me.
Exactly. I mean, look at Harry Styles. Everyone's distracted.
I know. Didn't he win like best album at the Grammy?
Did he?
Yeah, it was just a bit odd. I didn't think it was that good an album. Not to
I've
slag
not
Harry,
really heard it.
but it's
Is
very.
Is Watermelon Sugar on it?
No, this is the one with like.
Because I'm into that.
See, I can't remember any of them. None of them have got any like really good
Is
memorable
there-
hooks.
Hasn't he got one called Golden?
There's one that's like. Ba 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 ba. That one. Da 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 da.
I'm not down with the kids, bro.
No, nor am I. Apparently, anyone who's listening to that is probably not thinking. Yeah, he
Harry
knows.
Styles.
He
That's
knows.
Harry Styles, yeah.
Yeah, cool. The best actor.
Yeah.
Congratulations
What
on your
about
best
you?
actor, best director.
I get
I'd-
that.
I'd-
That makes sense for you.
I'd like to be rewarded. Just that's it. I like to be rewarded,
Yeah.
but I like to be rewarded for having, for everything coming together. Because you got to think. There's a lot to consider when you're an actor and you're putting everything
Yeah.
into a role, and I appreciate that. But when you're a director, there's the framing, there's
Oh,
the
I couldn't do
lighting,
it.
there's
Couldn't do
the editing, how quickly, and obviously
Yeah.
editing is its own category, but it all kind of comes together.
Yeah.
And you're like,
You have
is
to
the
consider
lighting,
everything.
is the the timing of it, the pacing of it,
Yeah.
all of that kind of stuff. Yeah, for me, it would be
I don't want that.
it would be best director.
And also, I just feel like actors definitely get more I don't know,
plaudits.
Yeah, and I feel like there's probably loads of Oscar-winning directors I've never even heard of, but there'll be
Probably
I
it
would
depends
not-
how
I
into
would-
films you are and that and
Well,
that side of films, not just
fairly-
watching
yeah,
films,
yeah.
but
I'm quite into films, but I feel like I would know far more Oscar-winning actors than
yeah,
directors, and I think that's a shame because directors do an incredible job, they really do, and I can understand why you'd want to be one.
yeah, an Oscar-winning one.
Yeah, you can direct my Bond movie.
Yes, I just
I think
Cards
you do
on
a
the-
good job.
cards and so do I. Like no lie,
Yeah,
I genuinely think I could write and direct a good Bond film.
yeah.
Cards on the table. There are going
It's
to be a
got to
lot
be
of
dark though. You know me.
there are going to be a lot of shots of me in a skirt.
That's fine.
Okay, just that's going to be out there.
I just want in random scenes
I am
you to
gonna-
be in the background with a flowing skirt in the wind.
Just when you're
even when it's not windy.
when you do your coming out of the ocean,
we're indoors.
I probably will be on the beach drying off in speedos, just in the
I'm
background,
absolutely fine with that.
just to give the people a little something. Just a little something.
Could you imagine if it became like a thing? People were like, who's this guy in the back of? Like, and I'd use my connections to just
Why is
get
he in
you
the-
randomly into other shows and films.
Why
just
is he
in your
why is he in the
speedo.
casino in speedos? Yeah.
Yeah, is he being superimposed?
So I think what's like
No,
a
he's
really
always
good drama right now that's really not set for speedos.
there. I don't know, Vera.
Yeah, or the next season of Last of Us.
Yeah,
Just-
that would be
just-
odd. That would be odd.
God, I can't believe his speedo survived the apocalypse.
Oh, we're about to have a visitor.
We're about to. The cat's here.
We have a cat.
The cat's here. You are just a pussy magnet.
The cat's gone.
Anyway, covered. Best actor, best director,
Yeah,
done.
done. Right. Do you want another Marry, Shag, Travel the World?
Yes, please.
Stacey from Gavin and Stacey.
Right.
Pam-
Stacey or the actor?
No,
The character.
The character.
Okay,
Very-
Stacey.
It's less misogynistic if it's a fictional person.
Okay,
Than the real person.
You have more
That's
experience
the
in that than
logic
I
I'm
have, so
going
you.
That's my defence, and I'm
Yep,
sticking
sure,
to it.
sure.
And I'm sure all the feminists out there would agree.
I'm one of them, and I agree.
So Stacey from Gavin and
Yep.
Stacey, not the actress.
Yep.
Pam
Yep.
from Gavin and Stacey.
Yeah.
Nessa from
Yep,
Gavin and Stacey.
okay. For me,
Yeah,
I think this is going to be a relatively easy one.
me too.
So I'm going to kill.
Not kill,
No,
bro.
I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm
That's
joking.
definitely misogynistic.
I am gonna shag Nessa.
Yeah.
She's the kinkiest one there.
Absolutely.
Like absolutely, you're
How do
gonna
you feel about a toilet brush being,
utilised.
yeah, that's a
Um,
good word for that situation.
well, this may be the wrong phrasing. I'm open to it.
Do you know what? I believe it.
I've forgotten what I was saying. I was keep saying and thinking about
You were
Nessa
talking
having a
about
toilet
killing
brush.
women.
Yeah, often. I said again. I need to stop saying So I'm gonna have sex with Nessa.
Yeah.
I'm going to travel around the world with Stacey.
Wow.
Yeah. And
I
I'm
was
going to
not
marry
expecting that.
Pam. Feel like she'd take good care of me.
She fucking
I
would.
feel like she would.
Dinner on the
basically,
table every night.
This is a bit misogynistic. I feel like she would mother me
She would.
as a wife.
She would absolutely look after you.
And for this situation,
Yeah.
for this hypothetical, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Realistically, I want a 50-50 split in my relationship.
Yeah.
Hypothetically, I'm happy to be babied.
Yeah. The thing is, in this situation, it's about what's the most optimal outcome for you in this
What are
scenario.
the situations on the card? What are my options? What are you going?
Nessa, I would have one night with.
Yeah,
I
of
think
course.
it'd be a night you wouldn't forget. I think
Even
I'd
if
be
it's
a
for the wrong
different-
reasons.
Yeah, I'd be a different man afterwards.
Literally, in some ways.
But
There might be parts of you that weren't there before.
I would travel the world with Pam. I think she'd actually be
Yeah,
a
she'd
good
be a
laugh.
laugh.
On a
She'd be
few
a great
drinks,
laugh.
she's up for anything. She's down for it.
Yeah.
And who knows what might happen while you're traveling.
And if
the
after a
world.
few drinks you've got a smoking buddy.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Yep.
And
You're
then
marrying Stacey.
I'd marry Stacey. She's a bit high
It's a
maintenance.
solid. Yeah, it's
but
fine.
She's also a beautiful woman.
it's a decent shout.
She's a great character.
It's a decent shout. And women do have more value than just their looks. Just to try and offer a counter, non-misogynistic view on this.
It's not misogynistic if they're not real.
It's only weird to hate real women.
And I don't.
Okay, I've
And I
got two
don't
more.
hate those women.
I've got two more would you rathers, right? So they're kind of not entirely dissimilar, so I'm just going to go through them. Would you rather be an expert skater or surfer?
Skater.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's fair. No wrong answer.
Oh, no. Can I change my answer?
Absolutely. It's a hypothetical thing.
surfer.
We've made it up.
It's surfer. Because how badass are the guys that can pull
Surf.
off a ridiculous wave? How good would that feel? I mean, you'd be shitting
And you
yourself.
spend a lot of time at the beach.
Yeah. And you'd get chicks, wouldn't you? Sure.
Probably get chicks either way.
Yeah. Chicks isn't
I'm
the
just
right
throwing it
word
out
either.
there.
That was misogynistic. You get that lady.
You get tail.
Get the pussy.
God, I thought all the words that have gone through the years for women and sleeping with women.
Yeah.
Anyway, surfer.
Yeah. What about you?
Surfer.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I wanted to be...
I did want to be
I
a
wanted to be a
skater
skater
when
as
I
well.
was younger.
Do you remember that cartoon show where they were like Rocket something? It was on
No.
Nickelodeon. And I was like, oh, that's cool.
It
I
was
want
all
that. And I wanted
because of...
I wanted the look. I wanted the and I did have the look for a little bit, but yeah, I never took up skating.
Yeah,
It was bad.
I think it all... Like, the reason I said skater to begin with, because I did want to be one when I was younger. I tried to be one. Didn't work.
No, it
wasn't
didn't
good
work.
at
It's
it.
not good.
I liked the way those kids dressed. I was,
Yeah.
I got into rock music. I thought,
Yeah,
oh,
the
so
music was
it all
cool.
made sense.
The clothes were cool.
But in reality, obviously a surfer. Yeah.
Okay, would you rather be the best in the world at some ridiculously obscure sport or hobby, or bang average at one of the most popular sports hobbies? So, for example, being like the best in the world at, I don't know, some shit that doesn't even make the Olympics, or being a bang average footballer.
Bang average footballer. The reason being is you have more chance of making a good living.
Doesn't just have to be football, but I mean like any sport or hobby.
Ooh. I always like the idea of being a baseball player.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but bang average, as
I
in
don't know
you
how much
can't
money
you
you'd
can't
make.
be good. You're not bad, but you're not good. You were
So you're
just
not
in the
pro
middle.
level.
No,
Yeah, but I can't.
but then you can be pro level in something else, but there's no profession to do it
Do you
in
know
because
what?
it's
I'm
really
going
obscure.
pro level bowls.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm the best bowls player.
I'll
on
tell you
the
what
planet.
though, you'd meet Barry from EastEnders
Yeah.
at the Indoor World Championship.
Is he the guy that does the singing that really shouldn't be singing?
It's one of my favourite clips. They just
is
so
he the
don't want in
guy-
there. There's something inside so strong.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it anyway. I can't even do it because it makes me laugh so much. I genuinely love it. I used that clip, by the way.
Did you?
I've used that clip since when he
Yeah.
just sings, "We're gonna do it anyway,"
Yeah.
because it's just they so don't want him to be there,
No.
and he powers through, and I've got a lot of
does.
respect.
I do. He has a lot of. He's able to do self-deprecation.
I love
'cause He's
him.
worked
I
with
love
Ricky
him.
Gervais a lot, hasn't he? Where he just gets mocked and humiliated. Bless him. So he's obviously up for a laugh. So big up.
Big up, Sean.
Right. Another marry, shag, travel the world.
Sure.
I've got 2 left of those.
Sure.
So we'll go with the good one first,
Sure. Why is there a bad one?
just for the lulz.
Okay, not bad as in we're all going to be really disappointed. Bad as in I probably won't want
I
to
think it
answer
was
it.
sparking interest. Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
one. So
I know how your mind works.
you do.
I know how you prepare for
I
these
literally,
things.
as I was prepping for it, and I don't want you to read it. I don't know if you've had a glimpse of it, but I literally sat down and was like, 2 of them I know he really doesn't like, so just off of that alone, it's going to be good. Smithy from Gavin and Stacey.
Sure.
Gavin from Gavin and Stacey. Now you have a choice between, because you can only have 3, Bryn or Mick. So I'll let you choose which one you add as the third.
mean, do you know what I'm going to go with here? I mean, Mick's a good-looking man.
Yeah.
Let's not throw that, right? But I am gonna marry. See, it's a choice because I would have shagged Bryn.
Yeah.
Because I think he'd be a generous lover.
Really?
He's a very pleasing man. You know, he wants these people pleaser.
He is a people pleaser. You are.
But
right.
that is the reason that I'm going to marry Bryn.
Yeah.
It would probably be a bit much after a while.
Yeah.
But
I
I'm
reckon
gonna
he'd
marry
let you
Bryn.
live your life. I reckon as long as you were nice to him, you know,
I'm
took
going
care of
to
him a little
shag
bit.
Gavin,
Really?
and I'm going to go around the world with Smithy because I think he'd be a laugh.
Wouldn't he get on your nerves though?
No, it'd be fine because he'd go off somewhere and have a smoke half time.
Yeah,
Wouldn't even know he was there.
that's true.
And I
Probably
could
too
go
busy
round
on the phone to
People be like, "Do you know the fat one from G4?" I'm like, yeah, mate.
I've got him right here.
Yeah,
with
got
me.
him right here.
Yeah,
I'm the other one.
yeah.
What about you? And who are you choosing, Bryn or Mick?
Mick. I love Bryn. I think he's brilliant. But Mick, and I'd marry Mick.
He's a good husband.
He earns a good living. I'd quite happily be his housewife. I like cooking, so I'd happily put dinner on the table every evening. Roof over my head. Nice guy to live with.
Nice house as well.
Nice house.
Mm.
It's got a nice family, I imagine. You know, it's all good. There's nothing wrong there. I think, like you, I'd have to have one night with Gavin. You know, I'm sure he'd do a good job. You know, be serviceable. And then, yeah, travel the world with Smithy. Ultimately,
Would he
the
not?
stories,
Do you not think he'd be too much?
I think he would, but I think the stories
You'd
would
get
be
through it.
worth-
You power through it.
Yeah, I think he'd just drink enough, and
I think that's fair.
yeah, and also I think he'd make me look better looking.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Right, I've got a game.
Okay.
Okay. So it's in sort of 2 parts. So we'll do the first part, then you can do your would you rather.
Yeah.
And I'll do the last part. Okay. So I have got a few celebrity quotes
Yeah.
that may be real, or I may have completely made them up.
Right.
Okay. Now when
I think we've done a
just
version
bear
of this
in mind,
before,
we
actually,
have. I
haven't
did a Kanye or Can-Nate,
That was
mostly because
it.
I came up with the name and then worked from there.
Yeah.
And he does spout some shit. Bear in mind when you answer these, just ponder a little bit to give the listeners
A moment.
and
to
the
think about
viewers
it.
a chance to answer for themselves. Yeah, not be influenced or corrupted by your
My decision
your
making.
decision. Okay. Did Shaquille O'Neal say to a reporter when asked if he visited the Parthenon while he was in Greece, "I don't know. I can't remember the names of all the clubs we went to." Well, you know Shag. Oh, big Shag.
I have an answer.
Sure.
I don't think he said that.
You don't think he said that? Tell us at home whether you think he said that. I can tell you that you are wrong. He did say
Damn it.
that. He said
I had high hopes for
it's so
Shaq.
good. I've seen the clip when he's like, "Oh, did you visit the Parthenon while you were out in Greece?" Like, "Oh, I don't know, mate. You know, I can't remember the name of all the clubs we went to."
God damn it,
Culture,
Shaq.
truly cultured.
He let me down.
And I've tried to, like, I genuinely. So I wrote these down and then I mixed them up so they're random, just
Yeah.
so you know. So there's no like pattern to them. Did Paris Hilton once tell a journalist, "I've never been to Europe. The furthest I've been is to France a couple of times"?
That's true. I think I've read that.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I was meant to pause.
No,
Wasn't
that's
I?
you can go straight into it. People have got an answer. If you've read it, you've read it. Know where I've read it. I made that up.
Fuck's sake.
I
Has someone else said that? I feel
don't
like
know.
I've heard that.
don't know. I
before.
just made it up.
That absolutely sounds like something Paris Hilton would
It
say.
does, doesn't it? I don't know. I'm quite pleased with
God
myself.
damn it. I'm
Okay.
0 for 2.
Do you know the actor Brooke Shields?
Was
Or have
she
you heard of
married
her?
to Charlie Sheen?
I think she might have been.
Yeah.
But anyway, did Brooke Shields once say,
Was
"If
she
you're..."
in Starship Troopers?
Don't know.
I loved that film. That's
I
epic.
think that's come up before your love of that film.
Yes,
or it has come up with someone else. Did Brooke Shields once say, "If you're killed, you've lost an important part of your life"?
I'm doubting myself.
You're second guessing. Well, afterwards, you tell us what your instinct was
She
and
said
tell us
it.
what your answer. And what's your instinct? Is that your instinct or have you
Yes.
overtalked yourself? Ding, 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 ding.
Yes.
She absolutely said it. Brilliant quote.
Yeah.
Brilliant quote.
Yeah.
Did actor Shia LaBeouf say in an interview, acting is very easy?
Was that Shia LaBeouf? Was that?
Yeah, Shia LaBeouf. I just thought I'd be... I say, honestly, I say it differently every time.
Do you?
And LaBeouf as well. I go like LaBeouf.
LaBeouf.
LaBeouf. Did actor Shia LaBeouf say in an interview, acting is very easy, it's just about being yourself?
He says a lot of weird stuff.
He's quite pretentious.
He is. Very messed up, bless him. Very good actor, I think.
Oh, yeah, like very
You
talented.
made it up.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
I did make it up. That's too...
It was too far even for Shia.
And I like to think I've done okay out of these fake ones though, so we'll see. Did Geordie Shore star Gaz Beadle once say on camera, "I don't understand global warming. It's like the Earth getting hotter, but it does that every summer"?
He said it.
He did not say it. I made it up. Final one. Did Axl Rose once say, "It's really hard to maintain a one-on-one relationship if the other person is not going to allow me to be with other people"? What do you think at home? Did he say it?
You made it up.
I did not make it up.
God
He
damn it,
absolutely
man.
said
I
it.
got 2 out of how many?
There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That's shocking.
Like
I'm
30% return.
disappointed in myself.
But I'm quite pleased with myself because I think I've made
Yeah,
them.
you have reason to be pleased with yourself. I don't.
Okay. Anyway, I think you'll do better on the next round.
Right. Are you ready for... Oh, it's actually... I did have another one.
Oh,
We'll
go
go for this
shoot 'em.
one. Right, so marry, Shag, travel the world.
Yep.
James Corden.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Rogan.
Mm-hmm.
Piers Morgan.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
That is a tough one.
I have a feeling you don't like James Corden. I could be wrong about that.
Oh, I've got no opinion on him. I've
Oh,
heard some
okay, fair
nasty
enough.
things, but
Yeah.
from what I've seen, I've got no issues.
Yeah.
The other two, though, because I feel like I think Joe Rogan.
I think if you spent time with him...
I can say this, I think he's a bit like someone else. I don't think this person is like this anymore, but when we were younger, there was someone that we both knew who didn't really have any opinions of their own. I'm not going to say they were a yes man, because sometimes they disagree, but it depended what mood they were in.
Yeah.
But like whatever their position was would be emotionally dependent and relevant to whatever your opinion was. Like they didn't have their own stance. And I feel like Joe Rogan's a bit like that. So I feel like if I was with him for a year...
No, he definitely has some of his own, I would say, strongly held beliefs.
But if I feel like if I was with him for a year, he'd kind of just... Some of his beliefs would naturally... I'd say things and he'd be like, yeah, totally, or whatever. And it'd be like, sure.
I think if you backed it up, maybe.
Can I know last time I got it wrong. Can I change Shag to kill?
No.
Damn it. I'll tell you what, though, if Piers Morgan's...
Do you know what? If there was anyone I would let you change it for, he'd be up there, but I don't think he's worth getting done for.
What about if we have an accident during like a little game of asphyxiation?
No.
Fuck.
He's
Well,
too experienced at those things to get caught out.
I think he'd be like a really quick, lasting hate Shag from Piers Morgan.
Yeah, absolutely rough him up.
And then he'd spend his career... I wouldn't call him back, and he'd make a career out of me, slagging me off. You know, much like he did someone else that we know.
Yeah.
Very famous.
Yeah.
I'm not going to marry a royal, though. I don't really care for him.
No, you don't, to be fair.
That don't do anything for me.
I'd marry in, but I can't. I'm in a committed relationship.
So, and I'd marry not Smithy, James Corden. I'd marry James Corden. Plus, because if I married James Corden and they write another series of Gavin and Stacey, guess who's getting the inside scoop, baby?
Yeah.
This guy.
Yeah.
Right here.
The thing is, I sort of made it an easy decision by having one decent person in there.
What about you for those three?
I think I've got to agree with you, to be honest, because I couldn't travel the world with or marry Piers Morgan.
I can't believe we live in a society where he makes a career out of just being deliberately divisive.
I know.
Talks utter shit.
Horrible shit.
Angry shit as well.
Yeah.
Angry shit, misogynistic shit, racist shit, homophobic shit. Like, he doesn't... Oh, he's a bellend.
Yeah. I don't like him at
Absolute
all.
grade A bellend.
Yeah.
Even when he's like the epitome of Arsenal fans as well. When they're winning, they're like, we're going to win the league. Fucking always believed in the manager. Everything's brilliant.
Yeah.
And as soon as they lose one game, like I guarantee after Everton, he wouldn't have been like, trust the process. You know, you can't win every game in football. That
Exactly,
invincible
correct.
season was one in a million. And, you know, Sean Dyche is a fantastic manager, so he's going to turn them around. But he was like, yeah, fucking Arteta, don't know what he's doing. Get them lot. Fucking sack the team. Why is Xhaka in there? Why is so-and-so in there?
Yeah.
Because he's a prick.
Yeah. You could go on for hours about why he's an arsehole.
Yeah. Anyway, I won't.
No.
I won't. Would you like, before you do a final Shag Mode Travel the World, would you
Yep.
like a bonus round of my real or fake
Would
quotes?
I?
Yes, you would. I'm answering it for you. This is a bonus Michael Owen round.
Oh, Jesus. That's another interesting
So
human
I've got
being.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 quotes from Michael Owen, some of which are true, some of which are false. You got to tell me which is which.
I'm on it for this one.
Did
I'm not getting
Michael
one
Owen?
wrong.
Did Michael Owen once say, "Sometimes you've got to trust the manager, and the players have to decide what's best for the team"?
He said it.
It's not a good start because I made that up.
Right, I started as I mean to go on.
Did he once say, "Whichever team scores more goals usually wins"?
Yes.
Yes, he did. Absolutely,
I've
that's
heard
a very
that
yeah,
one,
it's a good
yeah.
one. Did he say, "Goals aren't everything in football, and sometimes you can win games without scoring them"?
Yes.
He did not.
Damn it.
Did he say, "When they don't score, they hardly ever win"?
Yes.
Yes, he did.
Okay.
Did he once say, "What a shot! That is completely unstoppable, but the goalkeeper has to do better there"?
I don't know if he said it. I've definitely heard it said, but I think he did.
He did say it.
Yeah.
That is one of his. Again, let us know. Play along at home. Did he say they've given it everything they could there, but they should? They've given it everything they should there, but they really should be trying harder.
He said it.
He didn't say it.
God damn
I
it.
made it up.
I
I'm in
should've gone
the
with my
head.
gut on
I'm in
that
the head
one.
of Michael
You are.
Owen here. Did he say? I mean,
How does it feel to be in the head of Michael Owen?
weird,
Rich?
very stale.
He got money.
He does have money, you know, but sometimes I'm also poor, you know.
Yeah.
I said I'm in the head. I'm in that headspace. I am actually mostly poor. All the money goes on the house, on the servants.
Yeah.
You know, it's all tied up in
You
offshore.
can't let them go.
It's all
though.
tied up in offshore
They've been
trust
with your
funds.
family for generations.
That'd just be too hard, yeah.
Yeah.
Be too hard. Did Michael Owen once say, final one, "That shot is impossible. I once saw Yaya do it. Yaya Toure do it."
You made it up.
I did not make it up. He once said that shot is impossible. I saw Yaya Toure do it once, which is kind of brilliant.
Yeah.
It's like, he's just a walking contradiction.
He is, which is why all of them were believable.
Thank you.
Like there wasn't
Thank
one of
you.
them where I was like, no. Like, but
With that game, okay,
Yeah.
so finding quotes that I liked that were just dumb from
Yeah.
celebrities and from Michael Owen was relatively easy. It didn't take much time.
yeah.
Coming up with fake ones that I thought
Did you want to make
sounded...
them ridiculous enough that they're believable?
Yeah, you got to make them stupid enough that
Yeah.
they're worth being on the list.
Yeah.
But
Not so ridiculous.
it's hard to dig that deep.
It is. How long did it take you to do those?
I mean, the whole thing for my prep for this episode took me maybe like 15, 20 minutes
Quite
tops.
impressive, to be fair. You did that quite quick.
I do not have the attention span to spend any longer.
That's fair. You get shit done.
I have to.
Yeah.
If I don't, I just don't. Nothing gets done.
That's fair.
Sheet.
Right, for our last question of the pod.
Is there have we got a soundbite that we can celebrate the last question with? That is a disgrace, maybe.
Maybe.
You know, I'll leave it at your discretion.
That is a.
I like to take my
disgrace.
time with these things.
No, you're a master of the board. If you handled a surfboard like you handled this board, you'd have been a pro.
That's what I have to say to you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's effective.
Yeah.
Hasta la vista, baby. Thank you.
after this question.
Right. This is marry, shag, travel the world with Joe Biden,
Mm-hmm.
Barack Obama,
Okay.
and Donald Trump.
Okay.
So, Jake,
This
who
is
would
tough.
you like to shag?
First of all,
I can't get my voice quite
it's
deep
an
enough.
excellent question. Thank you for that.
Congratulations on your fantastic impression.
Thank you. You just got to go. You just got to do that like pilot thing,
Yeah.
you know. And you can do it for a pilot as well. Just we are flying at around 38,000 feet.
That's how you podcast.
Let me answer that question. What do I want? What was the question? Oh, the presidents.
Yeah,
It's a presidential special to end.
it is.
I think it's worth it. Do we have anything
Best
American
one,
on the soundboard?
I don't think we do. I might have some Trump. Bear with me.
I mean, I can mention Melania and you can play Keep My Wife's Name Out of Your Mouth.
Right, we do have some Trump.
I want you all to know that we are fighting the fake news.
That's exactly what we do here at Crossing Swords. We fight the fake news.
Because anyone who tells you that there's a different presidential system to shag and travel around the world with,
Yeah.
it's fake news. It's wrong. It is fake news.
Yeah,
I can't do. I would love to do a Trump, by the way, because I feel like I could write a Trump speech perfectly.
I reckon we could do sketches of me as Trump.
And like, because honestly, I could write Trump,
Yeah.
but I can't do Trump,
I feel like I could get myself into Trump's head.
and I can't do Obama because, like, bro, I mean, that would get cancelled in an instant.
Can you not be white, Obama?
Probably.
Is it acceptable?
I mean, I don't know. I'm not willing to get into that situation.
No, understandable. Probably best to leave it there.
I could do Sleepy Joe.
Yeah. I can't do a Joe impression. I wouldn't even know where to begin.
I haven't heard enough of him speak.
Maybe just fall off a bike or down some stairs. When I saw the video, I heard he slipped down the stairs, right?
He just
twice. He
And
fell
then he
twice
did
on
it
the
again.
same flight of stairs.
It's good.
And that man controls the nuclear launch codes. Do you know what I mean? He has his finger.
Let's
on
hope he
the
doesn't
red
fumble
button.
that nuclear football.
Let's just hope he's not shaky.
That works as a thing, by the way, because it's called the nuclear football, and a
I
fumble
know
is a
it is,
football
bro.
term. I just want to get that out there that
Yeah,
we cover sports.
we do.
We cover sports.
Did you see the clip of just randomly? Have you heard of a comedian called Finn Taylor? Speaking of American football,
Not necessarily by name.
he's quite a on the edge comedian, and he got invited for some random reason on like the English NFL morning show.
Right, okay.
And they have like an ex-pro on there, an American presenter and a female American presenter, and they just had him on. And
It's probably
he
Jason
knows-
Belarossi and Mansoura who are like the only people who do English NFL.
Probably. Well, I think the guy was blonde, maybe.
Oh, not then, because they're both black.
One of them was. That one guy, the ex-pro, I assumed he was
Yeah,
an
that's what I mean. The ex-pro was he?
Oh,
was it?
yeah,
Was
yeah.
it either a?
I can't remember what his name was, bro.
Oh, okay, I was gonna. fine.
But yeah, there was these three presenters. They had him on. He knew nothing about the NFL, and they asked him, "So how much do you know about the NFL?" And he says, "Well, I know OJ Simpson got away with killing his wife and her boyfriend," and they just went, "What the fuck?" And then he said he got taken off like at the first break, and they were like, "That's it, you're done." And then they couldn't get someone on to come
So he
and
had to go
replace
back
him,
on.
so they put him back on.
Good.
And the first question they asked him, they were talking about something called a fumble rooski. I don't know what that is. And they said, "Finn, do you know what a fumble rooski is?" And he said, "Is it when you accidentally kill your wife and her boyfriend?"
Fair enough. I gotta respect that. He kept on it.
Yeah. It
He
was like
kept
to
on
have
it.
the balls to go on and do that once. Because he said, like, they've been trying to distance themselves from OJ Simpson since it happened.
I got mad respect.
To do it once, but then to follow it up after them trying to drag
I got
him
mad
off.
respect.
Yeah, I'll have to send you the clip. And if I remember, I'll randomly tweet it today from the Crossing Swords. So if you
I
see
mean,
a
I won't
random
remember.
clip,
So if you do,
yeah, once
great.
we're off the pod, I'll clip it. I'll send the clip
watch out for
on
us talking
Twitter,
about it on Twitter or something
Yeah.
on the next
and
episode.
it will be completely out of context in real time, but you'll understand in a week's or at the end of the week. So yeah, why not?
Well, you're listening to it now and you go, I saw that clip.
Yeah,
Because you follow us at Swords Crossing on Twitter. That is smooth,
beautiful,
isn't it?
Beautiful. I'm not on the applause.
I feel
thing,
like I
and we
kind
don't
of-
need an awkward break.
I feel like sometimes I might ruin ruin the smoothness of them by addressing the smoothness of them.
No, I think you're fine.
No, because when you do something that good, it should be addressed.
It should
right?
be.
It should be highlighted.
Hence why the first thing we did this episode was highlight your amazing performance, your man of the
Incredible.
match performance,
Honestly,
and your 2
it
wins.
was honestly incredible. I can't believe we won 2 games.
But back to the point at hand.
Back to the point in hand. Here's people who have won many games.
Yeah.
I'm going to marry Barack Obama.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. The guy's cool.
Yeah.
The guy's cool. This is gonna blow your mind.
You're gonna have sex with Biden, aren't you?
I'm gonna have sex with Biden, and I'm gonna travel the world with Trump. Let me tell you why. Okay, because I feel like you're looking at me and there's a lot of questions, and I think the people listening have also got a lot of questions. I know you at home have got a lot of questions. Let me walk you through this. And I'm not stalling, by the way. You believe what you want, but I'm not padding. That's definitely not something I'm doing. I'm not trying to kill time while I think about a justification. No, I genuinely do have a reason. I will tell you now. I will tell you imminently. No, the reason is this. I think for the same reason that I love traveling, we've had him on the pod, Alex.
Yeah.
Sometimes. I mean, I love Al. Like, there's a whole. It's not just the reason I like being with him. I love Al, so I like going places with him just because I like him. Don't like Trump. So that wouldn't be a problem. But Al gives you plenty of social faux pas.
Okay.
And I fucking love them. Like, they're the highlights of my trip sometimes. So the time that he, just absolutely kicked the shit out of some homeless guy's can of change. And then just even denied it.
Yeah.
And was like, there was no money in that. It's like, bro, I heard the change and I saw coins fly. Or the time that the way it came to take the money away and he thought he was going for a handshake and forced it. Or the time that we were playing golf and he just was like, to the bloke who was not having a good round was like, oh yeah, well we saw you two tee off and we thought we'd wait. Then we saw you tee off and we thought maybe we should have gone. It's like those moments that just stay with me. Or when another golf one where the guy took a shot and Alex shouted. I mean, he did say, he was like, I didn't realise I was so loud. Shouted, he was like, cool, got onto that. And I feel like Donald J. Trump, which is the best I've ever done a Trump, by the way, just saying his name.
It was all right.
And it wasn't good.
It was all right.
But it was the best I've done. I feel like he would give me lots of those moments.
Yeah.
Because he's so uncultured. But he thinks he's cultured.
I was about to say. No, I've had loads of those moments with him. And like one that stands out
Where have you been with Donald Trump?
No, I'm talking about Alex.
Just a little, what we call a little
Donald.
podcast banter.
He's our...
A little back and forth.
Mainly with yourself.
They all count.
But like Alex is our Trump. But
that feels like a really harsh thing to say.
But do you know what? Fuck him. He's been getting too big for his boots. He's been on 2 episodes.
Yeah, way too big for his boots.
Exactly. Stormzy. I'm down with the kids. Yeah. But yeah, no, Alex has been getting too big for his boots for my liking. Him coming at us saying, why has he not been back on?
So
yet?
What was it? What was your Alex social faux pas?
It was one, he dobbed me in it with a girl.
Oh yeah.
To try and make a move on her.
Yeah.
But the other one, the one that always stands out in my mind, was letting it slip in front of a girl we knew's boyfriend that I had dated her and he didn't know, and then just walked away and left me to deal with the situation. And I completely ignored all signals as I saw the person approaching to be like, fucking shut your mouth. And he just didn't pick up on it, docked me in it, and then was like, well, I'm done here, and walked away.
Plus, I feel like if I travel the world with Donald Trump, so at the end, I can get to it. And when he's ultimately released a book telling everyone about it, I can go through it and go, didn't happen.
Yeah.
Didn't happen. We never saw those people.
No.
We were never complimented by, that person never complimented us. The Dalai Lama never said that he'd want us to replace him. That never happened. All that kind of stuff.
No, you would absolutely back that one.
I'd back it for me.
Yeah.
Not for Donald as well.
No, he said only me. That'd be
He said specifically me.
Yeah.
Not the orange.
Yeah.
Not the bloke who's been
Although
tangoed.
he suits the robes.
Whatever happened to that ad campaign? You've been tangoed.
It was because...
was it encouraging bullying?
It was the slapping thing.
Fair enough.
Because people were doing it at school.
People trying to imitate it. Fair enough. I completely get that. And imagine now with TikTok, it'd be an even bigger thing.
Yeah.
What about you? presidential special to finish off.
I think I'd hate fuck Trump
Okay.
for all the Mexicans.
True. In all these ones where we've talked about male on male loving, I've never considered which position I'd be in.
You have. You
I'd
mentioned
never
it earlier
considered
with Piers
whether-
Morgan.
What did I say?
You said you'd hate fuck him
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. Yeah. Well, I
because
think
you wanted to kill him.
I think he'd be an angry. Yeah. He'd be an angry fuck.
No, but I think what you were implying were that you would push him down. Just
Oh, and then like I said, yeah, I'd never call him back, and he'd make a career out of it.
yeah.
Yes. Okay. So you hate fucking Trump.
I'm marrying Biden because let's face it, how much longer's he got?
Get that money, baby.
Exactly.
Sugar daddy.
And then I'd travel the world with Barack because I just feel like he'd have throngs of adoring fans. I'd like to talk to him about the fact they kept it hush that he bombed the shit out of the Middle East the entire time he was in office and why that got brushed over.
Every politician has their... Every senior politician. It's big there.
That's a pretty big thing.
Very few
carpet bombs
have
in the Middle
been
East.
as kind of cool in the in our lifetime as I would say Barack Obama.
Yeah.
And the other two are women, I think, because the Finnish one,
yeah,
who keeps getting told off because she goes to parties because she's like 35 or something and she's going to a party and it's like,
do you know,
it's the weekend. And Jacinda Ardern.
Do you know what puts me off of Barack a little bit? And it's my own thing. And
Please
when I
don't say it's because he's black, bro, because that is going to get us so cancelled.
No. When I remember my first like woke opinion, right?
Okay.
So
Where are you going with this, bro? Where are we going with this?
Was when he became president, and obviously it was a momentous occasion.
First time, 2008.
Yeah, when first black president, it's monumental. It can't be described what that means to the black community. You know, would not denigrate that in any way. But my reaction was, isn't it a shame that needs to be a thing?
Sure.
That was my like. What when people be like, isn't it amazing? I'd be like, isn't it ridiculous? It's taken this long. That was my sort of like my approach at like virtue signaling. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like I'm cool.
Oh, no,
I'm
cool.
woke. Yeah.
Yeah, I think black people should run countries.
It is the kind of it's like the equivalent of woke people, and I'm using this term as people who like wear it as a bad. I mean, I wear it as a bad being woke, but people who are like, oh yeah, I'm like colorblind. I don't see color, and it's like that's not true.
Everyone does.
Color does exist.
Yeah.
We just don't.
You shouldn't treat.
You just
people
don't judge
based
on color. You just don't make any decisions based on color.
No.
But you still see color.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, I'm actually like, all that.
Yeah.
That was your version of that.
Yeah, like I did a joke of it earlier when you said Rishi Sunak was brown. I was like, is he?
No, I got it. I feel we are very woke.
We are very woke. So yeah, that's where I land on this, bro.
Should we, I think, just given how we've ended, sing the American National Anthem?
No, I've got God Save the Queen if you like that.
Oh, say, can you see?
I don't even know where it is.
I'll keep singing the National Anthem until you get to the British one. By the dawn's early light. What's something.
Easy, white chocolate. I wouldn't want you to melt. Easy. Forgive me.
I love that clip, by the way. Have you been to Peppa Pig World? King.
Forgive me.
Yeah, have you been to Peppa Pig World?
I have. I haven't got that anymore, bro.
No, listen. It was probably an inappropriate question.
Forgive me.
Yeah. I was born in Peppa Pig World, for your knowledge. But fucking hell, we've actually...
We've run.
We've done it. This is a pod.
We reached the end.
We have.
And you've reached the end. Let us know how you got on in the quiz.
I just wish like music companies weren't such bed ends, because I just felt like in that moment what I needed was a bit of Boys to Men. Now
Okay.
End of the road. Do you know what I mean?
At the end.
I just feel like we should be able to, at the end of the episode, pick a song that just suits the mood at the end. Do you know what I mean? And be able to play us out. But we're not allowed
Weird,
to
it
do
would be
that.
gay bar most of the time.
Do you know what though?
You.
I would not mind an intro song not too dissimilar to the...
Yeah, that'd be pretty dope.
Something that builds.
Pretty dope.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was talking about. I just sort of like
Well, I
the
think we're
Electric
just saying
Six thing just
goodbye.
took me on a tangent. I'm sorry.
I think we're just saying goodbye,
no, that's
really.
what I was saying. Let us know how you got on in the quiz. How can they tell us how they got on in the quiz?
Well, you can do that, guys, and it'll be here on the screen. But you can find us at Twitter at Swords Crossing, on Facebook, Crossing Swords, on Instagram, CrossingSwords_podcast, and you can email us at crossingswords19@gmail.com.
Or comment on YouTube.
You can comment on YouTube, and the link to our YouTube channel is in the description of every single
Also,
episode.
I think everyone should go back now, having listened to this episode, probably thinking that was great. I want to do it again. Do it again, and this time tell us what you do with the Shag, Marry, Travel the World. And just
Yeah.
to clarify, because apparently it does need clarifying, it's Shag, Marry, Travel the World. No one gets killed.
No, you just decided
No
to start
one-
killing people.
no
No
one-
one introduced that.
No one dies.
No, unless you're with Jake.
Apparently so.
Yeah.
Apparently
I'm the
my-
homicidal maniac.
Apparently my hate fucks are so angry.
Yeah, you're just killing people.
Just straight up killing people.
Yeah. Gagging them on your cock.
I think it would be quite an impressive feat if we're being, again, cards on the
seen-
table.
It wouldn't be difficult. I know you.
You're right. You're right. I'm being too...
He's been too
yeah,
modest.
I'm being too modest.
Yeah. You need to sell yourself more, bro.
I just think, sometimes I like to kind of be a little bit harsh on myself in the hope that you'll pick up the seeds and then be really harsh to me so I can go and wank to it.
No, look, what I think you need
Oh, no,
to
I'm not allowed to
start
wank for the
doing-
rest of my life, am I?
No.
I've given it up.
No, in lieu of solid food.
Yeah.
What I think you should start doing is adopting. What would
Adopting?
Boris Johnson do?
Yeah, I should start adopting.
when it comes to dating? Just like, what would he say about himself? How would he, if someone asked him, like, what are you like when it comes to
Fucking
dating?
incomprehensible is what he'd say. He'd just be like, gosh, crikey. I think as, Petroleus once said, giveth unto man, and man shall be greater than God thyself. And
third in the hand
she's
is
fucking
worth
gone
two
at
in the
that point.
bush.
Yeah, she's gone at that point. And then he's gone,
Well, look, it seems to work for him.
if I wash it, will you touch it?
That's a question every man asks a good woman.
I don't even wash it.
That's,
I say I've washed it.
that
Do
explains
you know
why you're
what, right?
single.
This is just one quick thing, just a gripe that I want to get out in the world while we're here. Very last
With
one.
me?
Very last. No, not
Oh,
with you.
okay.
At work, right, there's the contingent of people that think washing up means rinsing something and then putting it on a draining board, and it fucking does my nut in.
Yeah, especially if they're communal mugs or something.
And you can see it's like fucking tea all around that. Like, bro, that is not clean.
Give it a wipe.
Like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
But that's just a
You're not
random
asking
gripe.
for a
It was
lot,
just
yeah.
because I thought, wash it. Would you touch it? You can't just rinse it. You've got to wash it.
Yeah. That was a very OCD place to end it.
Wash your
on.
ding dongs, people.
Yeah.
Wash
that's what I
your
took from
bits.
that.
Okay, I know that was completely unrelated to the episode, but wash your bits.
Yeah. Just be courteous. A gentleman's wash.
What's a gentleman? That sounds like a euphemism.
Gentleman.
That sounds like if you're going to lick someone out, you'd call it gentleman's wash.
No, you dirty bastard.
Doesn't it though? Would you believe that as a thing? If you're like, oh, gave the missus the old gentleman's wash the other night.
No.
Yes.
There's nothing
What about if she
gentlemanly
gave
about
you
the
a
way I get
gentleman's
down.
wash? That's a blowjob. 100% that's a blowjob. Possibly a rim job.
That does sound like a gentleman's wash.
Which
No.
which would you err on? Blowjob or rim job? What sounds like it more?
Rim job.
Because it needs a euphemism, right? That one really needs.
But no, a
Gave me
gentleman's
the old
wash
gentleman's
is,
wash the other night.
if you know sex is occurring at some stage in
Right.
the immediate vicinity.
As it often is with you and I.
Yeah. It
Just a
happens all the
given.
time. But like just before,
I mean, I'm meeting up with Piers Morgan and Donald
if
Trump
you've
later.
happened not to have a shower that day, or you've been
Out.
at the club or something, you're all hot and
club.
sweaty. You would go and just go to the sink in your bathroom and just give you bits of wash before you get down and dirty, just as a courtesy to the partner.
No Armani, no Punani. Those are the rules.
Exactly.
I don't make them up.
You just
I just
enforce
live by
them.
them.
You just enforce them.
I do. I have been kicked out of clubs for just grabbing men and spraying Armani on their junk
Yeah.
before. Apparently, it's frowned upon.
It is.
I'm just trying to help a brother out.
I know you are.
Just trying to be like
But
I
as
thought
I've
it was
told
in the
you
bro
before,
code.
you have to get consent.
Yeah, I think consent is a myth.
I've heard that too.
I don't want to end there.
I think that's where
No.
we have to end it.
Go on.
That's
Don't-
going to be the end of
This-
the trailer.
This series is doing
Not
me
doing
such
good
an
for you.
injustice. It is really
You
reflecting
might
bad upon
struggle
me.
to find another job if they listen to this.
This never mind job. I'm going to end up in prison based on this series. It is such a bad
Someone
series for
could
me.
frame you very easily for some horrific shit.
Oh, I mean, what series? We're at, like series 5 now.
Yeah.
It'd be like, oh, just listen to series 5 of Crossing Swords, and the judge would be like, you know, in Family Guy, be like, guilty, guilty, guilty.
And on that note, we have to say goodbye.
Yeah, I guess we do. We've come to the end.
Of the road.
I thought he was going to sing it, but you really let the team down there. We won't dwell on it. Do you want another chance, or do you want to just move on?
I feel like it might be awkward if we tried again.
That'd be fine. You watch. I'm very good at these. It'll be very smooth. You won't notice, okay?
1 second.
You won't notice, much like you won't notice because you've been enjoying it so much, that we've come to
the end of the road.
Thank you very much. And that is where we should end.
And we will. Goodbye.
Bye.